Well, we got exams next week, so I guess we should probably go study. Yeah. What a bummer. Exams are coming up. You should study. Of course, this was me. It would be like, wait till like the last couple days before the exams and be like, oh god, I gotta study. Yep. Fuck off. Why you gotta be an asshole? Oh, the turning point of the era of the samurai. What? I look everything like a samurai. Come on. Satan. Why would you call yourself Imperial Prince, not King? Or Satan? Come on, you're missing out golden opportunities there. Uh-oh. That's usually something bad, right? Do we even get to hang out with anyone? Yeah, it's the week before exam, so I guess not. Could go to the library and study. Where's the library? Is it over here? Aha! While we do that, I'm gonna look up test questions. If I can remember which thing I used. The dormitory command room.
So that's what happened on the night of the 7th. It was a difficult operation.
I see. They're getting tougher. But it's not all bad news. I called today's meeting because...
I'm sorry. Before we go on, I'd like to ask Mitsuru-senpai something.
Uh-oh.
Me? Since I've joined, so many things have happened. I went along with it without really understanding what was going on. I'm gonna ask you straight out. You've been hiding something from us, haven't you, senpai? You act like you don't know anything about the Dark Hour and Tartarus. But they're related to that accident 10 years ago, aren't they?
What accident?
Yukari-chan. There was an explosion near our school, and a lot of people died. It must have been big news back then. You know about it, don't you?
Yukari giving no fucks here.
Yes.
Luckily, no students were injured. But around the same time, a large number of students were recorded as absent. Seems like more than just a coincidence.
What do you mean?
I dug up some old school records and found something interesting. The students who were absent, they all collapsed suddenly and had to be hospitalized. Sound familiar?
Nope, not at all.
You know, like the girls who bullied Fuka. There has to be an explanation. What really happened on the day of that accident? The Kirijo group built our school, so you must know something. Tell me the truth.
I wasn't trying to hide anything from you. It just never seemed relevant. But,
It's okay. It's not your fault.
all right. I'll tell you the whole story. The shadows have many mysterious abilities. Some research indicates that they can even affect time and space. We think of them as our enemies. But what if we could somehow use them to our advantage? They would be a source of unimaginable power, wouldn't they?
What?
14 years ago, one man pursued that line of thinking. He was the former leader of the Kirijo group, Koetsu Kirijo, my grandfather. My grandfather was obsessed with the shadows.
He also looks very old.
He wanted to harness their power for something extraordinary.
Like what?
He assembled a team of top scientists, and over several years, he put together an impressive collection of shadows.
A what?
However, 10 years ago, during the final stages of the experiment, they lost control of the shadow's power. And in the process, the very nature of the world was altered.
Oh my. Do you mean...
Yes. Tartarus and the Dark Hour. By their account, the mass of shadows they collected split into several large ones that then dispersed. These are the shadows we've been encountering on nights when the moon is full.
Is that why they've appeared in different places? Wait a minute. If what you said is true, then why did our school turn into Tartarus? Don't tell me. That's where they conducted the experiment?
Yes,
Then, those students who were hospitalized...
I'm afraid it's just as you're thinking. Port Island must have been an ideal location for them. It was a highly populated area, and the Kirijo group had influence there. They could do as they pleased. As you guessed, the experiment 10 years ago was conducted at Gekukan High School.
Does that mean all we've been doing is cleaning up their mess? You lied to us? You knew, too, didn't you, Senpai?
Oh, I'm just eating protein over here. Nope, no, what?
They've just been using us. Or do you not care as long as you get to fight?
Never said anything like that. I have my reasons.
Think what you'd like. It was my decision not to share that information. I'm sorry. I never intended to deceive you. Convincing you to join SEAS was my highest priority. As absurd as it may seem, only we, with our personas, can fight the shadows.
How could you?
Besides, some of us were never given a choice.
Mitsuru, don't.
Yukari, it's those in the past who are to blame, and they lost their lives as a result of what they did. We're all in the same boat here. None of us deserve the burden that's been thrust upon us.
But...
It's been 10 years since that incident. No one knows why those shadows suddenly returned. But since they're active, at least we can find and destroy them. Do you realize what this means? What if I told you that those 12 shadows are the cause of everything?
I like how he just phrases that sentence like it's a fucking ESPN 30 for 30 documentary. What if I told you that those 12 shadows are the cause of everything? 30 for 30 presents The Shadows.
Then if we defeat them all, Tartarus and the Dark Hour will disappear?
Exactly. That's what I was going to tell you earlier. See, it's good news, isn't it?
Yay!
is that true?
There's evidence to support it. Now, our true battle begins.
I see.
Regardless of what's happened in the past, we must fight to protect the people. The shadows are gaining strength. We can't afford to just wait for them.
Indeed.
And there are many mysteries still surrounding Tartarus. Why did such a gigantic structure appear in the first place? The answer must lie within it.
We must fight to protect the people. There are 6 left. Hey, we're halfway done with the game, right? Nah, that's not true. Not true at all. I am Trish with today's installment of Who's Who. Today's subject is a man in his 20s with a yellow cap. He's studying art overseas, so we were very fortunate to run into him today. Next is news. Pain, pain, go away. Will that be Mark in the American version or Inaba in the Japanese version? Because they wore a yellow hat. How did the public react? That sounds like the public. Get that mob mentality going. Stop being a poop-poo head. Ah, don't worry. There's still like you'll have another game to come in and use your power and stuff. Don't worry. Well, since we can't do anything, I guess we're gonna go study. Ooh. I can't howl like a wolf. There's no school today. There's no one who wants to hang out with you. Wait, oh. Meanwhile...
Nothing to do as usual, huh?
Why are you here? If you came here to try and convince me, then forget it.
It's nothing like that. I just wanted to see how you were doing.
Huh?
We've known each other for a long time. It's been almost 14 years since we met at the orphanage. You, me, and Miki. We used to run around here until the sun went down. Back then, it seemed like we had all the time in the world.
You haven't changed one bit. If you want to get all sappy, go do it with your other friends.
Ooh.
What was that?
It's rare for you to think about the past. Usually you just charge ahead like a damn fool. So obviously there's something on your mind.
I do reminisce sometimes. But what's the point? Anyway, we finally know how to get rid of Tartarus in the Dark Hour.
No shit.
Yeah. To be honest, all I've been thinking about lately is getting stronger. But yesterday, someone made me question my reason for fighting.
Your reason for fighting, huh? That's different for every person. But if you don't have a good one, you can always quit. Like I did.
I'm not like you. Man, I can't believe I'm the one getting lectured here. Well, see you around.
You haven't changed at all.
Meanwhile...
Yes?
Can I talk to you for a moment?
Senpai? Oh, please come in.
Not only do you excel at providing support during battle, but also at obtaining information.
Fucking know you hacked us, motherfucker.
Oh, I'm sorry for doing that without permission.
Don't worry, you're not in trouble. But I do have a special favor to ask of you. I want you to find out as much as you can about that incident 10 years ago.
But very little was made public.
That's why I want you to access the Kirijo Group's database.
You mean hack into their system? That's illegal.
You just did it though, didn't you?
I'll give you my ID and password. You'll be free from accountability. I want to know the truth. In detail.
Senpai.
Of course, I'll understand if you refuse.
Okay, I'll see what I can do.
Are you sure? I appreciate it. Yamagishi, aren't you resentful? After all, despite my good intentions, I did drag you into this without fully explaining. Certainly you must be a little angry with me.
Not really. You see, my parents have an inferiority complex because all my relatives are doctors.